evening, everyone. The highlights of the news this Thursday. Traffic accidents. A Beaver County man is being held for murder. And more labor.
Hello, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. My name is Zarina, and I have been self-studying French and have been vlogging the entire journey, and this is part 9. Actually, I've been filming this episode, whatever you want to call it, over the few days, and I have been reading a novel. I've been reading this book. It Ends With Us, in French, Jamais Plus. And if you have been watching my monthly Plan With Me videos, you can see that I've been meaning to get to chapter 10. Just the other day, I finished chapter 5. But today, I want to do a bit of different things. I have this list of questions. This is meant for beginners, and I want to write an answer to those questions. But again, as usual, if you've seen my previous videos, I use Google Translate, and sometimes I don't know if my sentences are grammatically correct. Most of the time, I'm sure they're not. How I study the language is that I don't focus on the grammar. I just try to make sentences on my own because I have this tendency to rely on the given sentence. I think that's because I have learned French from zero with Duolingo, and I've been seeing the almost complete sentences every time. I am not being forced to make my own sentences, so I need that practice. So as I said, the other day I finished chapter 5, and I took this initiative of summarizing the chapter 5, and I wrote that in English first and then tried to translate it into French, but I didn't even check if my translation was correct. I just went with it. I want to keep a log of how bad my grammar was so that in the future I can go back and see how bad it actually was. So anyways, I did that. I did that for that day, and for today I want to answer those questions that I was telling you about, like hobbies and like everyday stuff. Like, what would you talk about if you were just getting to know somebody? So I want to have that vocabulary. So yeah, let's get on with that. I'm going to select some questions and I'm going to have them on the screen and on the description. If you're studying too, you can go along with that. Let's choose the sentences and start with the studying. So this is how I use my notes for like making my own sentences. So in here, I summarize what I read in chapter 5 of this book, Jamais Plus. I wrote this many words like as a summary. Then I try to translate these words, these sentences to French. And of course, there were some words that I didn't know. These words were actually highlighted in the book as well, so it was good that I got to use. But this wasn't in the book. I think it was some other word was used instead of this word, but Google Translate told me to use this word, so I did. So this is how I answered, but again, I am not sure about the grammar. Like, this could be all wrong, but that's fine by me. This is for today. These are my questions that I got from the internet, and these are my answers. It says, pouvez-vous gagner de l'argent en faisant votre passatemps? I wanted to say that singing and playing the ukulele doesn't earn me any money, but that's actually not correct way to use it apparently. And you need to say chanter et jouer du ukulélé ne me rapporte pas d'argent. This is a new word for me, so that's great. I think I need to continue like this. My grammar may be wrong, but I am totally fine with that. Even though French may not be, I am fine. Until we are better with the grammar, I'm going to keep doing this. And also, as you can see, I don't use the actual keyboard. Like, this should have, what do you call that? Accent on it, but I don't use it. I don't know why. It's just, for me, it's like, let's take it one step at a time, you know? Anyways, that's all. So I chose these 6 questions and answered them, and apparently these are not so much everyday questions. When I said everyday words, I meant like, I don't know, I was thinking like whatever you use in your daily life, like planning, grocery shopping, doing exercises, stuff like that. And yeah, answering these questions didn't make me use those words. But today I need to end this vlog. I will wrap this vlog up here, but for my next study with me vlog, I am going to use this new method that I saw on YouTube the other day. So there was this guy who learned Spanish, I think, in 30 days, and he used this tower method, I think. So I need to watch that video again. So what he did was that he said, you know how when you Google some like new words to learn, stuff like that, it always comes like 500 words to learn in a language or something like that. And he said that this doesn't really work for him, but he makes 3 towers, I think 100 verbs, 100 nouns, and 100 prepositions, something like that. I am going to put the video up on the screen. Go watch that, and I'm going to link that in the description. Go watch that video. That is such a helpful tip in my opinion. With doing that, you are going to express your everyday life with much ease. I'm guessing. I don't know. I haven't done it yet. I am going to do it in my next Study With Me vlog. So I'm going to wrap this up here, and I hope you got some entertainment or motivation or both. Hopefully, that is all from me for today. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.